Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously, zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar. Zero patience for slow walkers. Those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night. Have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Hiya, I'm Hallie Labont, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel. We love to introduce you to members of our church staff and people from our community, and I always find it to be a treat and a treasure. And per usual, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
Jesus is the way, and that is so slay. Hallie, how are you?
Too blessed to be stressed, too anointed to be disappointed, and way too grateful to be hateful. Well, just like the Holy Spirit seeks to live inside our hearts, our guest today is a seeker who is here looking for Christ. It's my pleasure to introduce Erin Whitehouse. How you feeling today, Erin?
Hi. I mean, listen, already you've struck a chord. I found him.
Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Like, I would say it's more that we're exploring each other, if that makes sense.
Okay, awesome.
But I feel like I was searching for something my whole life, and yeah, I don't even know where to start.
Oh, you found him.
I mean, and I just want to jump in, and that is Jesus and Christ specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like crazy to think about it now, because it was just such like a normal day. I was looking through People magazine.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome.
And they had this like article about the guy who was going to be playing Jesus in some movie that they were making. And they used some image of Jesus. And like, I know it's crazy because I've obviously seen him before, like when I've like walked by, murals or churches or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I saw this picture and I don't know what happened, but I fell in love. And I cut out the picture and I put it above my bed, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna, this is gonna be like my Jared Leto, or, who cares? It's just a hot guy. And I'm trying to like, because I was not raised religious.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was raised by atheists, raised atheists.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
it grieves the heart of God.
It was so hard. It was awful.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. No, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh, no. Oh.
Like, how they'll say like in Europe, it's great because you go to the store and there's like one kind of toothpaste and like there's one, you don't have to choose. Atheists are like, here's 1,000 kinds of toothpastes, and maybe some of them are right for you. Maybe some of them aren't, and it's the same thing. It's like, cool. So you believe in nothing?
No.
Oh, my heart grieves for you.
I'm really,
Yeah.
So then you have to choose.
And yeah, and some of those toothpastes are probably not even toothpaste. Some of them could be, I don't know, caulk.
I bet a lot of them are. I mean, Tom's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you can't wash your hair with something you can brush your teeth with.
I know.
Yeah, and I did say caulk. I just want to make sure that...
Caulk.
Caulk, yeah.
Like you put on the side of a tub, caulk.
Exactly.
Not like cock like a rooster.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't brush my teeth with that.
I'm not going to brush my teeth with a chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And no offense to Tom's toothpaste, but like I thought he was supposed to be selling shoes to poor kids. And I can't imagine why a shoe company, it's probably a terrible, dry, powdery paste. I mean, I get a top of the line toothpaste, and you're talking about choice paralysis, which happens in supermarkets now, where you're like, I just need some tomato sauce, but I'm looking at 100 different brands and 1,000 different cans, and I don't know what one to get. See, you're smart because you're just like, you know what? It's Jesus.
Yeah.
There is one choice.
It's Jesus. I feel like atheists are like, let's make you go to school, first of all. Like, you should go to college. Like, that's so great.
Yeah.
And every professor is like, well, here's what I think, and here's what I think, and here's what I think. And then they're like, and now you develop your own. And it's like, we're making make-believe up. Like, that's what being an atheist is. Like, I'm going to go out to cocktails with you, and we're all going to have like opinions that we all made up. It's like truly the most insane, fake way to live.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm so grateful that I finally found something true.
And isn't it amazing, Hallie, how Jesus appears when you least expect him, and he always comes in a way that is accessible to the person that needs him most. And in this case, you know, for you, Erwin, it was a People magazine and a picture of what I'm guessing is Jim Caviezel's son, who is playing, I believe, the Jesus in the reboot.
Oh,
and so, is Toby Caviezel? Is that maybe who it is?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I started there. I will say then I started looking for images of him, and he's everywhere. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but like truly he's everywhere. And there's even people who just like look like Jesus, where I'm like, oh, he's embodying you. And I would cut it out. And so at a certain point, I think I had upwards of like 200 cutout pictures of Jesus above my bed. I think I have about that now.
I love
vision
it.
board, but a vision of Christ. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, I just find myself, we're in conversation. Like that's the best way I can put it, is we have pillow talk. I get in bed every night. I lie on my tummy and I look at him and I go, I'm going to tell you about my day. And at first I was so nervous because I was like, oh my God, I have a crush on this guy. Like, and I know what you guys are going to say, like, oh, that's blasphemy or that's wrong. But you know what? Jesus wouldn't have given me a crush on him if it wasn't okay.
That's
right.
true.
It
and
is
a lot of
okay.
ladies feel that way, I feel like, because he would be the perfect guy.
He is the perfect man. And it's not sacrilege because honestly, the Bible says that the church, we are his bride. So you can be his blushing bride. And baby, when you get to the pearly gates, he's going to be standing there like the hunk that he is. I'm sure he will be tan. He will be rippled. His hair will be blowing. And he will open his arms to you and embrace you in a godly embrace that is going to make you feel more ecstasy than you thought was imaginable in your lifetime.
I can't wait to die for that reason. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, I have to say, ever since like finding Jesus, I'm like so excited for death, which is like a fun kind of new thing, especially I feel like now.
Same.
It is true.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is awesome. And I'm sorry I called you a seeker because you're a believer.
Yeah,
You
you're bought
have
and sold.
found. Yeah, you sought and you found, which is another fulfillment of a promise from the Bible. And because you know who else is a seeker? Unlike you, because now you're a believer, Satan himself is a seeker. The Bible says he is seeking to devour whom he may destroy. And you know what now? Erwin, you're off limits because Lucifer, morning star, the evil one, can't get his grippy talons on you because you've got Jesus inside you. I mean, how does that feel to realize you have him inside you?
Okay, to be honest, I really wanted that for a long time.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's like the more I got to know Jesus, I found myself telling him things about my day, like my period was really heavy, like it was like jam today.
Oh.
You know, or like I feel like my sweat with menopause is like smelling different, like things that I'm like, oh, I don't know if you would tell someone you have a crush on this.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think maybe I just see him as a friend. Like I friend zoned him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that might be healthy. And so then when you were talking about Lucifer just now, I was like, but I can change him. So I sort of am like, do I start cutting out pictures of him? And also like, what does he look like? Like, is he like a black scaly dragon? Like, I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, we know what Jesus looks like. He kind of looks like the oldest brother in the Bee Gees, because we have lots of paintings and images and photographs and stuff, which is good news because I think he's good looking. He was a carpenter, so we know he's ripped.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I sort of feel like Satan probably looks kind of like AOC or something. Or
Oh, you're talking about what Satan looks like. Sorry, I was talking about Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that
can't
I'm
stop
just,
thinking about Jesus.
or maybe like Pete Buttigieg or whatever that guy's
Oh,
name.
that's definitely what Satan looks like.
Yeah.
A mix of AOC and
Pete Buttigieg.
Yep. Maybe with a little bit of Gavin Newsom thrown in. I think the devil might be Gavin Newsom.
And a little Greta Thunberg.
You know, and I did want to ask you, because it seems like you've really jumped in fully to this relationship, and that is so great, and it's so important. And really, you know, when we talk about Jesus, we are talking about not just a guy that's sitting up in heaven. We're talking about a relationship, a real reciprocal relationship. And I wanted to know, what was your life like before you had that? Was it just empty and were you lost, and your ceiling obviously didn't have anything on it?
Well, I had mirrors. Because I lived in a van for a while and we had mirrors on the van. So I was dating a surfer, tan, long hair, like
In Indianapolis.
in Indianapolis, we have this lake that gets crazy winds. Crazy. And you can catch like a good 1 foot, 2 foot wave. And he would.
Yep.
And I never got in there. I don't get into lakes. Well, I'll get into an ocean, but I do fear that brain bacteria, that ponds and lakes have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guy must have had some kind of brain bacteria, because I feel like he was always like, what do you think? And I'm like, you're the man. Like, why are you asking me? It always just felt so crazy, where I was like, we're literally not equals. Like, I love that you can keep saying that. I'm like, I have breasts. You do not. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it was honestly awful. It just felt like it was like, let's pretend to be intellectuals. Like, let's just pretend we're not who we are. I just felt like everything was always in question. It was like, is society supposed to be like this? I was like, if it wasn't, it would be something else.
Yes.
I don't know why we're investigating literally everything all the time.
And a lot of times ladies don't want to make a choice. I say that to my bros when we're dating, and I've said this to obviously I have a girlfriend and it's awesome, but she doesn't want to make decisions. She wants the decisions made for her. Mm-hmm. And she said it makes things simpler. She doesn't have to think about it. And I love that.
Yeah.
And it's exactly that. It's like why I want to watch Jane Austen movies. It's like, yeah, I want to be at home with my sisters, and I want to just like wait for men to knock on the door. I want my life to knock on the door. And I think it's truly insane. Jesus literally knocks. He literally knocks on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that people are like, you have to go out into the world, like da 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 da. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. And you know what? I am with you on the feeling of sometimes you have a flutter in your heart when you think about this relationship you have with Jesus. It feels like a crush. It almost feels romantic. And you know what, Erwin? I think that is okay, because Jesus is so awesome. He's so perfect that he can be all those things that we're secretly hoping we can get out of a spouse in life. Jesus can be a companion. He can be a counselor. He can be a lover. He can be a friend.
What is he to you?
Well, to be completely honest, it really depends on my mood. Sometimes I need him to be a great comforter when I'm crying. Other times I want him to be a good listener when I need to express my feelings of love and adoration and devotion to him. The only time it really bothers me is that, when I do have those boyfriend feelings for him, is that he is omniscient, and so that is hard, because sometimes if I'm really having a bad time in the bathroom and it's something I would really be embarrassed in front of a guy with, I'm like, oh no, Jesus is seeing all of this. And I don't know if he's necessarily smelling it, but I'm sure he's hearing it. And it's embarrassing when you're having one of those really loud, you have had pressure building all day. And I just sometimes want to be like, you know what, Jesus, this is going to get ugly. You might want to step outside, which he cannot do because he's omniscient. I mean, do you ever think about that he sees everything? If you have bad pores, or if you have a blemish that you can't reach to get the whitehead out, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus is seeing this big building pressurized whitehead on my back.
No, I don't think about that. No.
Oh, how do you show me your ways?
So I got worried about this because, as you know, like I was just getting to know him, and I was like, I truly was like, are you a creep? Like, I'm going to ask you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I'm not going to play this the way I played my past relationships. I'm just going to put it out there. And I'm talking to him and I'm like, again, I'm having like tummy time with Jesus. And I'm like, are you watching me do creepy stuff? And are you a creep? And he was like, I'm everywhere, but like you have agency. And if you don't want me to see something, like I won't see it. Like God will. And he said Steve would because of like cameras, I guess.
Oh.
But Jesus won't. And like the relationship like was most important to me is Jesus. I was like, God can do whatever. Like he's like a gross old dad, you know, and like Jesus truly was like, I'm in agreement.
That sounds like Jesus, yeah.
Because God like f***ed him over. Like God like truly made him go through a lot. And like he has some major daddy issues that he and I have like truly talked about. And I was like, I relate. Like my dad did not want me to live in a van and he was like so mad. He was like, we put you through like college plus your PhD. You went, you dropped out of med school.
Oh, yeah, you have a PhD?
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow. In what?
In Indian philosophy.
Okay.
Wow. I won't get into it because it's really rude to Jesus. It's not at all what he believes. It's basically just it's like all this made up stuff.
Well, I mean, I think that's interesting. I think sometimes we've got to ask ourselves, what is Jesus saying to us? And what are we hoping Jesus says to us when we're asking him to say things to us? And I just would say, you've got to be careful of giving personalities to God and Jesus that maybe you've experienced in your real life that you might want to see them, be for you.
Great. Are you saying that I'm projecting?
Is that what it's called? Because I don't like to use that term because it just seems so, I don't know, therapy. You know what I mean? And I think therapy is such a bummer.
I know. And I apologize. It's like I had to go to therapy as an atheist because it's like that is God to them.
Oh, no.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, it grieves the heart again.
No, that is God to them. It's like you believe in yourself.
Oh, sick.
Instead of believing, it's like, oh, you create yourself, you build yourself from the ground up. I'm like, well, literally, God already did that, but okay, sure, let me do it again.
Yeah.
So I do have all these terms, and I'm so sorry. They are such ugly terms. But I do feel like what you're saying is that, like, you don't think my relationship with Jesus is real and that I, like, made it up.
But I think you're now projecting that onto me.
I mean, I think I'm, like, literally paraphrasing what you just exactly said.
Yeah, but, I would just, and I don't like to give advice, but I will here where I'm just saying, I think what I'm saying is what you're saying to Jesus is what I'm saying back to you. And I'm trying to sort of, in that way, like you had the mirrors on the van, I'm just reflecting maybe back some of the things that you're saying. And that's just kind of a skill that I've learned mostly from some of my favorite podcasts.
I mean, can we circle back to where you said, obviously I have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Because that really kind of hit me. I was like, obviously it wasn't to me.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it because you feel like he seems too busy to have a girlfriend?
Honestly, I kind of feel like he seems too judgmental too.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I've never gotten that feedback.
Because I mean, I'm like talking about one of my best friends and you're like, oh, I don't think you know him as well as you think you do. And I'm just like, maybe you and Jesus haven't hung out enough. Like you have to invite him to do things like, have you done tummy time is just all I'm saying. Because people will be like, oh, I found Jesus. He's in my heart. And I'm like, is he? Because he had like a lot of places to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never gotten that feedback. And I've definitely spent a lot of time with Jesus. And for me, Jesus and I have that relationship, which it's hard for me to define, but I would kind of describe it like, do you know the podcast Diary of a CEO?
No.
It's basically just like, I think of Jesus kind of like the host of Diary of a CEO, where he is bringing just people that are at the top of their game, top of their field. He's asking awesome questions and we're just getting into it. And just like iron sharpens iron, we're just really getting into it with one another. He's absolutely helping me hack the best possible ways to live life. And yes, he's a mentor. He's also a friend. And he's also a guy that I'm going to call up on the weekends to go out with and do something positive with.
I just figured out what's happening here.
Oh, what's that?
Jesus is to everybody what they need him to be.
Awesome.
The way Batman is to Gotham, the way Gotham needs Batman to be. Or,
oh, I'm not familiar.
Oh, you've never seen, God, were you guys fully like born and raised in this? So you haven't seen like movies about like superheroes.
I mean, I've seen Batman, but it's actually based on an Australian comic book that I was really.
Oh my God.
Well, what was that?
Look, I know you probably haven't heard this term, but in the atheist world, you would be called a mansplainer.
Well, actually, and let me just go ahead and tell you this. And, you know, mansplaining, if I could just explain this for a second. What you might call mansplaining in the atheist world might just be called wisdom and guidance in the Christian world. And a lot of times I think that is what ladies need.
Oh, you know what? I just got a text and it's a warning text from Steve, and you're right. I stepped out of line. I always forget he can see everything.
Yeah, you know, one thing that people don't know is that we have more CCTV cameras at Twin Hills than we have members. And I think that is awesome, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I have to say, it makes me feel like I have roommates.
Yep.
Because they're like everywhere.
And that we're always being observed, like the way God can see us all the time. Even when you're blowing out a public restroom.
Hallie,
I
why do you
mean,
keep
he can see it.
Are you okay, by the way, Hallie? Like, are you eating the way you should be eating? Or like,
Definitely not.
as somebody who's had to do a lot of dietary restrictions, I could totally help you out if you're having gut issues.
Oh, yes. I have IBS. I've got everything wrong with me down there. And I would love a new accountability buddy to help me, you know, eat a few veggies throughout the day because I can hardly get them down.
I mean, veggies are, if I may say so, Lucifer. I mean, if you are having stomach issues, veggies are not what you want to be doing. You want to be doing white bread, sucrose.
This is totally a God thing. I have God bumps right now.
Yeah.
I love to eat white food above all else. I love fettuccine Alfredo. I love a white pizza. I love a white pasta. I love white food, rice, bread, again, pasta, anything that's white.
Marshmallows.
Oh my gosh, I love white food. I feel like you and I were destined to be friends, especially, you know, because we're both kind of seeing the same guy.
Hallie.
Can I just tell you that at first I was like, wait, she also had this relationship with him? And then I was like, well, it's okay because like Jesus and I are more like friends now. But then I was like, no, this is like in third grade when my best friend and I would agree to have a crush on the same guy. And that was more fun.
Yeah.
Because we're obviously not going to physically do anything with him, right? Until maybe the afterlife. And then I assume there's like thousands of him because he can probably make himself like copy himself over and over like that movie with Michael Keaton, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Multiplicity? I love Multiplicity. It's such a good movie.
Did you guys get that in Australia?
Yeah, it's based on an Australian movie called,
is it?
yeah, Many of Me.
Oh, cool. Well, I was going to tell you, and to get back to what you were saying, Erwin, I really have enjoyed the Batman series. I think Clooney was my favorite one because, he's got those, well, forgive my French, but he's got those bedroom eyes.
Yeah.
But, you know, Gray, maybe, you know, since everything is opposite in Australia, you know, maybe you didn't have Batman. Maybe you had Sightman or something. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, no. The Batman series was actually based on an Australian series called Christopher Charlie and Little Buckaroo.
Oh.
And there were two friends who fought crime, also in kind of Y-front costumes. But the funny thing is they were best friends. They lived together in a cave. They had a butler that they mistreated, which was fun, but a funny kind of a version of that. And it was great. It was positive, and they fought things that were mostly, you know, moral ineptitude. But, you know, when it comes to just the American stuff, I just don't really get it. The Batmans, the Spidermans, the Aquamans, and all that.
What about, did you see the movie Contact? Because that's a very religious movie.
I loved that movie.
Oh, Jodie Foster? Yuck.
And I don't want to get another warning, but I'm like...
No, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, she's just a bit gay for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that right?
But Jesus said he's going to forgive her for that because she's confused.
I don't know. Jodie Foster's pretty gay. You know, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Look at it, Hallie.
Such a beautiful feminine gay girl.
Nah, she looks like she's the captain of a rugby team.
Oh, no.
But here's the thing. I would have the crush on the captain of a rugby team. So in a way, doesn't that just come full circle?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first watched Contact, I was like, ugh, because I was an atheist. Remember, I was an atheist, so I was very brainwashed.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
And then I rewatched it and I was like, oh, I like fully understand this movie now. But the aliens, God, comes to her in the form she needs to see, which is her dad.
Right.
And so all I'm saying is I think Jesus came to me in the form of like a crush that turns into a friend, that turns into like a tummy time buddy, into a whatever like we're going to be next, like slumber party friends, or, you know, who knows, like mischievous kids, bad good cop. I don't know what we're going to do together. Like, I really don't. I feel like this relationship is like the baby beginnings.
Oh, Erwin, I love this because I feel like this is really like paving the way for me to be able to be like, you know what? I think Jesus might be coming to me in the form of Stanley Tucci.
What?
And I mean, forgive me if this is too personal a question, but do you like Stanley Tucci?
I love Stanley Tucci. And by the way, I love personal questions. I was going to ask you, like, what did you have to eat for breakfast today?
Oh my gosh. I had an English muffin with butter and white cheese, like an aged Vermont. It was so good. It was all white. Everything was white. It was the perfect breakfast.
See, now you're eating intuitively, because I feel like that's going to go right through you and not cause problems.
And you know what? I honestly think that when I get to heaven and I see Jesus walking up to me, you know what? Maybe he doesn't have long flowing hair. Maybe for me, he has like a shiny, a bald head that looks like a brass doorknob, because guess who's actually walking toward me? The form of Jesus is Stanley Tucci. And he has just made me a gorgeous artisanal mocktail. And he is like, Hallie, have a seat. I've made you my handmade fettuccine Alfredo with parm on top. And it's white pasta, white sauce, and white cheese. And then my white Stanley Tucci Jesus sits down across from me, and like maybe our feet touch under the table while I'm slurping down my Alfredo.
I just don't get to Stanley Tucci. Yeah.
Stanley Tucci. I feel like
because not Tevas or Tivas.
No, he's definitely in an Italian loafer with no socks, right?
Yes, but a loafer, not a sandal.
That's right.
And what is the deal with Stanley Tucci? I don't get it. Why do ladies love him so much?
Because he's like sexy and he's daddy.
If you would like the Mega VIP treatment and listen ad-free, just go to mega.supercast.com. We would love it if you did. Become a member. Do it. It'll feel so good. I'm Holly Laurent playing Hallie Levant. And that over there, that's Greg Hess playing Gray Haas. Thanks for listening.